things that build that door. That's all they focus on. But when they go in and they build the door, they hit a button, quality control comes in, they take a look at the door, and they say, all right, this door may not be exactly how we want it. Come on, let's train you a little bit more. They come back again. Next time they get it right. They press quality control, comes by and makes sure, and then they have a bank account that this company creates. Now, a lot of folks are always had bank accounts for a long time. But they press the button, the door's right, they get paid that very instant. Now what that does for somebody who's had addiction issues, it trains their mind. Someone that used to get that high from instant gratification of doing drugs now replaces that with the instant gratification of being good at something, with success, with doing something right, with having someone believe in them. So every time every door is done, they press the button. They get paid right then. And this has allowed this company, funded by an Opportunity Zone Fund, to be able to build affordable housing across the Midwest at 60% of the cost, with 70% more efficiency. Now, by doing that, I had to ask. I said, "Now, how do you find people? What about this? Because we've been trying to attack homelessness for so long. Like, how do you address these issues?" And one of the guys we talked to, Keith, because I had to talk to him myself just to figure out how does this work. And Keith told us. He said, "I was under a bridge in Cincinnati, and they found me panhandling. And they came to me and they said, we're looking for people to work. If you have a will and you want to find a way to work, we'll help you." I said, "Well, Keith, what made you go from 5 years before being a husband, father, living in a house? How'd you get from there to there, under this bridge, hand out?" He said, "My wife died. I went to depression. I lost my kids. Started using drugs. He was a service-disabled veteran. Ended up under this bridge." He said, "Actually, I never wanted a handout on my circumstances. Just give me a way out." And I said, "Well, Keith, what gets you up to go in this 90-day program, to go from homeless to being a skilled laborer?" He said, "I wanted my boys back. And the only way I could get there was to get up every day and give it everything I had because I wanted my boys back." And today, Keith is making $53,000 a year. And he's got boys. What's important about that is because that same will that Keith had to get up out of his circumstances is what every one of us has to have if we're going to change who we are. Everybody's got to have that. I wake up today because I want the community that I love to be everything it can be. There's nothing that's going to stop me. We're going to figure this out. Keith inspires me. When I hear a story, when I talk to him, what we were able to do is take that model, and they're building an academy where we're going to be a training. This academy is funded by an Opportunity Zone Fund. They're training hundreds of homeless people to no longer be homeless because the first job they have is to build their own tiny house. So we go to cities like this and we say to the city officials, "Can you give us just a plot of land? We'll take the homeless folks, we'll get them trained and let them build their own tiny house so they're not homeless anymore. But then we'll go work with developers and start building affordable houses for people that need it in the community. And let's deploy them across this country. Let's change this country. Let's give us a chance to give the least, the most opportunity they can. It's a chance for a better life. A chance to have back what makes us whole. Our families and the love of people around us. Now, many of you here have been a part of some of the SBA firms. I've met so many graduates from 8A programs and contracting firms here. I want to say thank you for being a part of that. But these opportunity zones are for you too. You're going to get a chance as we go forward to talk a little bit more about contracting, but I want to focus on this. Anyone can start an opportunity zone fund. It's not just for developers. It's not just for people who are in this space. I had a young lady that I met several months ago who said, "Actually, if I heard you talk, and I understood kind of how this works. See, I'm from a neighborhood that I had to leave. I was raised by my grandmother, who's an African-American woman. She was raised by her grandmother. She left the neighborhood, went off to college, became a lawyer. And her grandmother passed. And she said, my grandmother's house was worth about $150,000. My grandma kept it up. But after learning what opportunity zones are, and I looked at that neighborhood, my grandmother's house was the only one on that street that was kept up. She said, I'm going to sell this house. Because yes, it's got sentimental value, and yes, I can rent it and have that sentimental value there in my life, but I'm going to sell this house to someone who I know can benefit from that. But I know that that $150,000 that I gained from selling my grandmother's house is going to be a capital gain. And what I would rather do is take that $150,000 I get from selling grandmother's house and create opportunities on front, and go buy the house next door. Invest it in that property. And so the next 10 years, this house that she buys next door that she got for $50,000, 10 years from now, she stays there, she invests in there, that house can be worth $250,000 in a decade from now. That appreciation, she doesn't pay taxes on. She said, I want my legacy in my community to be that I will continue to sell those properties and go back and invest one by one. If each one of them takes house by house, block by block, we can change this country. For people who truly believe in where they're from and people who truly want to invest, this is a tool in that toolbox to do just that. So whether you're a real estate developer and you believe in affordable housing, or you're just somebody who wants to go back home and do good, somebody wants to go back to that neighborhood, find their way home, to give back, this is an opportunity, this is a tool. So today as we talk about this landscape, it takes all of us. You're going to hear from federal agencies who are going to talk about things that the federal government can do to make this better. We have friends from the Department of Justice here today, friends from HUD. People are thinking, like, what does DOJ have to do? How does that work? Well, we're going to talk about changing communities, and we're going to talk about recruiting businesses to places where they haven't been. The crime rate is high, and businesses don't feel the neighborhoods are safe. They're not going to come. But we have tools at the federal government to make sure that the grants that we can give to cities and counties can help them address community issues through these opportunities. We'll do our part to set the table, to help you get the tools to get the ground ready. But I promise you, I couldn't be in a better place. I haven't seen people love a place so much that they're from, not because of the location, but because of the idea that you represent. That idea is your why. It's as strong as Keith's will to get up every day and go try to find his books. That will make sure that any dream possible can happen. That will make sure that developers, private sector, public sector, can come together and achieve what we all want. That family. This is your family. We want to do everything we can to set the table so that Flint can be everything you want it to be. These opportunity zones are a tool to help us all get there. Let's get started.
Welcome to Flint, Michigan, not Ohio. So my boss, Rob Scott, I'm Constance Logan. I'm the director for SBA for the state of Michigan. Rob Scott, my boss, bless his heart, I'm really trying to work on him with not talking about Ohio when he comes to Michigan. So please pray for me that God can help him get the message. Thank you, Bob, for all of your support. First of all, I just want to thank our gracious host, Ms. Christine Wallace. Thank you so much for agreeing for us to host.
Significant investment from our state and our federal partners. And I want to thank Mr. Ashley Bell for coming here. Give him a round of applause. And I want to encourage you to look toward the city of Flint, look at our community for investment opportunities, and also using your intellectual property to bring to fruition a great economic garden in our community. You're worth it. Thank you all. God bless you.
We literally headed to the mayor's office with some of the federal agencies to sit down and continue this conversation. But as we close this out, I want to talk about something that I've seen. We go to different cities and we say, okay, what can we leave this city with as far as a plan is concerned, as far as a way forward? I hope that you take from this that none of this can happen in a vacuum, that we hope that from this you understand that there needs to be a large table with a lot of seats. And that table needs to be founded with people who really care about this community. And we hope that at that table, many of you will volunteer to sit. If you ask me about the best cities that have grown the fastest, whether it's the Birminghams of the world or folks in Indiana, it started with city and county leadership saying, you know what, however many opportunity zones I have, I don't want any of them to fall through the cracks because the people there matter so much. They create these coordinating councils. So many times city council creates them, the mayor creates them. They create these coordinating councils and say, you know what, I want people that live there to be on this committee. I want people that invest there to be on this committee. I want people who do business there to be on this committee. So we can come together. So if an opportunity fund comes in from New York or one of these gateway cities and says, you know, we want to invest in Flint, you have a place for them to go and people they can talk to really have a conversation about what does the community want to see go forward. This is your plan. This is your opportunity. And I hope that at Flint we build this table. I hope that you provide a place for those that need it. Because the people who truly will benefit from opportunity zones aren't in this room, but they're on our hearts. We know who they are. If we build this table, we provide a seat for all of them. If you take the messages that you've heard here and you take it back into your community, I guarantee you, as we begin to see investment flow, because I think one of the speakers said it best, there's more money out there than there are deals and projects. Places like Flint can be the perfect place for those opportunities to come, but you have to be ready. The people in that community need you, and they see this change coming. They want to make sure they were a part of that decision. You have to include the people in the community who you're affecting. You can't come in and say, look, here's what we're going to do, here's what we're going to build. It's what are we going to do together? In that spirit, I want to thank you all for coming here today. I want to thank Rob Scott, the regional administrator, SBA staff, all of our phenomenal speakers, and on behalf of the White House, thank you for coming.